I got the quick cooking barley. It's like 2 cups, I think it was 2 cups of water to 1 cup of barley. It's basically cook it like you cook rice. So we've got our barley here already cooked. To this, we're going to have some cucumber. We're going to have some, well, we'll put this stuff in first. Our olives here. A little bit of olives. Okay, that. Our feta. We'll put that in. For feta, if you don't like it, don't put it in. You know, you could do other cheeses if you wanted to, but basically if you don't like the taste of feta, then I would just leave it out. Why don't you like it? Have you tried it, or you just don't like the smell of it? You don't like it. Well, I like it. How did you just, you mean eat it right out of the carton? Is that how you ate it, or did you put it in something? You know, sometimes when you eat it, you know, one way, it's not anything. It's not as good as, you know, something else. So, but sometimes I think especially with cheeses, it's kind of hard to get over the smell. If you have a piece of bacon. It's, you know, I love feta, so I like it in all different kinds of salads, or even heated up. Yeah, on pizza, it's good. But if you don't like it, you don't like it. And I would suggest that, you know, for this, if you don't like it, you don't have to put it in. Well, it may be the taste of the sauces on it. You know, we're going to put a little bit of a sun-dried tomato kind of dressing with it. That might be, give it a little bit of a, maybe, what am I trying to say? Take the sharpness out of it a little bit. Okay. There's our cucumber. We're going to put some cilantro in here. And the dressing's going to be a little bit interesting, because we're going to make it in the blender. We'll see how it works this time. Had a little trouble this afternoon, so we're going to try a different method. I don't use a blender because I have my things that I like. I have my food processor and my stand-up mixer on my counter. To get a blender out, it's like one more thing. So you can use I'm pretty sure you can use a food processor, although it's not a whole lot of stuff, so that's probably why they suggested a blender. But I think I got to change the technique that I used this afternoon a little bit. Okay. All right, that's going to be good enough here. And it's always good to have the, you know, fresh chopped herbs when you can, the cilantro. And if you don't like feta and you don't like cilantro, then choose something different. Don't make this. Don't try this at home. All right, there's our cilantro. Okay, so we've got all that together. And our barley. We'll go ahead and stick that in. Okay, so all that's together. I'll just mix it by hand here quickly. I believe, and I didn't have a chance to really look, but we only carry the quick cooking barley. It is found in the soup aisle, because I guess people think that's all you do with barley, is make soup. They don't know what we do. Okay, now we're going to try this blender thing. I'm not sure whether I tried to look to see if we had the regular barley that you take, you know, I think it takes like 45 minutes to cook. and I couldn't find it, but okay. Now, most important thing on a blender is the lid. Okay. Now this, I've got some quarter cup of olive oil. I've got a little bit of garlic. I've got a tablespoon of balsamic vinegar, and I've got 7, and I counted them, sun-dried tomatoes. And I got the sun-dried tomatoes right off our Olive Bar down there in the bakery deli. Now I today was in a hurry, so I just went ahead and threw everything in the blender. And I don't know if you know what happened, but I had a giant mess in the bottom of the blender. So we're going to try something different. I'm going to end up chopping these and making a mess and all this. Okay, so we're going to start with our oil and our vinegar. Let me just, okay. It's double checking. I heard that, Brad. Okay, and our vinegar and our garlic. Okay. Whoop. And our lid, like I said, most important. Now we're going to turn it on. Let's try this. Rubber scraper. Like I said, after I saw this recipe and I tried this afternoon, I thought, I'm not doing this again. I think I'll put this piece back in. Okay. All right, I think this is going to be the close enough method, because even this afternoon I could never get it to a liquid form, which I thought it should be, but it'll be good. Okay, so our sun-dried tomatoes are a little chunky. I think this would have been better to chop the sun-dried tomatoes and whisk together everything else. So if you're doing this at home, I think that's what I would do. And not try to liquefy all this stuff. The mini food processor would be great, because I think with your big food processor, depending on what you have, you don't have a whole lot of liquid, or a lot of stuff to be doing this. So let's see. I'm not going to do this at home. This is not my idea of a good time. Okay. Because now you got to put the stupid thing back together again. Okay. So for those of you who say, can I use a blender for that instead of a food processor? If you can do it, wonderful. I cannot. Okay, here is our Mediterranean barley salad. Very simple. Like I said, not a whole lot of ingredients going on. I think it took longer to do the cook the barley than it did anything else. And I kind of like the, when I read the recipe, I thought, oh, this is going to be all liquefied, the sun-dried tomatoes and everything. And I think I like the chunks of the little color in that. So here is our Mediterranean barley salad, and I think our bee night is over. We've got our Mediterranean barley salad.